And away we go. It is the nightcap right here on BearcatJournal.com, brought to you, as always, by our outstanding partners at Galactic Fried Chicken. Aaron, we screwed up last night.
Oh, you didn't do your tagline last night.
No, not that. We didn't know that yesterday was the 2-year anniversary of the birth of Galactic Fried Chicken.
Well, there's no way that I would have known that. So
we haven't been partners for 2 years, so there's not really a way that I would have known that either. But it was true. Can you imagine? Think about that. Think about March 6th, 2020. It's like 4 days from the end of the world.
Yep, and you're in the middle of opening a
dine-in fried chicken joint.
Out of this world.
Yeah. To get where, like, that's the thing that's amazing to think how good the product is to have started a week before lockdown.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah.
And to come out on the other side as one of the hottest things going in the greater Cincinnati food scene. Like that just speaks to how good the product is that Shane's producing, because, man, there's a whole bunch of people that didn't make it. When you're talking about opened our business in winter or spring of 2020.
There were plenty of people who opened their business well before that even that didn't make it.
Yeah. Much less to not have a built up clientele, a built up, group of people to rely on to keep you afloat. So that just tells you how good Galactic Fried Chicken is. GalacticFriedChicken.com. Download the app for Android, iPhone, everything Galactic. Get delivery, pick up, go to the store in Dayton. I'm a little gassy. Big birthday dinner for Kelly tonight at Knotty Pine on the Bayou.
Okay.
It was very, very good. One of my favorite menu items in Cincinnati, Aaron. Are you familiar with the Sidewinder fries?
You've talked about these before.
They just slather them in gumbo, put cheese on top, put them in the broiler. Oh, I could just eat the whole tray of Sidewinder fries. But we had, my parents and Kelly's mom and her boyfriend and Kelsey there, so I didn't get to eat the whole thing, but I would.
It's probably for your arteries.
Probably better for my health. Yeah,
your arteries.
Probably better that I only get a slice of a pizza worth. You just get a portion.
Yeah.
You put it on your little plate and you eat it, and then you look and wait to see if everybody else is going to eat their portion. And it's so good that they all do. Sad face.
Unreal.
We won't even get into the fact that I ordered a ribeye and they brought me a strip.
We don't need to get into that.
I took it. It was, one, I wasn't going to wait another 20 minutes to get my steak.
So we are getting into it.
Yeah. What do you do in that situation, right? I ordered the ribeye. I wanted the ribeye, but I don't feel like waiting for you to have to
go cook another steak.
While I sit there, that's the worst part, right? You're at a party of 7 and you got to sit and watch everybody eat their food while you're you already just didn't get enough of the Sidewinder fries that you wanted. So I had the strip. It was that's the thing about Knotty Pine. The food is awesome. It was an honest mistake by a server that just wrote down the wrong thing. So I'm not too mad at him. He did give Kelsey a free he gave me a free ice cream sundae. And you know what that means? That means Kelsey gets a free ice cream sundae. Parenting sucks, man. It's so stupid.
They're going to learn the hard way that doesn't mean that for around these parts. Yeah, cool.
It's my ice cream sundae. They have amazing vanilla bean ice cream. So it's one of those ice cream sundaes that's not just a regular ice cream sundae.
Yeah.
Oh, well. We've done way too much on food. Let's
5 minutes.
let's get to the actual nightcap.
Cool.
Final day
Yep.
of the NFL Combine.
Yep.
Ahmad Gardner, official 4.41 on his 40, which for his size and length, incredible.
I hear that's pretty good.
Incredible. And he looked awesome in drills. Kobe ran a 4.54 official, I think. Also looked outstanding in his drill work. That's Kobe's thing, right? Kobe's a technician.
Yep.
Sauce is a freak of nature.
He's an alien. Mm-hmm.
I'm sure if you ask him, did you see the thing with the Incredibles that UC tweeted out?
I saw that actually not too long before we started recording, which was hilarious. Well done by UC's media. Did you see the where he had a bunch of note cards asking if he wanted like buffalo sauce or hot sauce?
Dude, that's the thing I wanted to get to. The NFL hyped him up more than anybody in this, other than Jordan Davis, probably. Well, the defensive tackle from Georgia, who was a freak of nature.
That dude doesn't make sense
at all. No. Like, you moving like that at 350 pounds should actually be illegal. Someone should arrest him because that's dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know how that's insane. But no, back to Sauce. I mean, there's national pundits now talking about him being potentially the best player in the draft.
Yeah.
Overall, not best corner, best player.
He walked in with the suit and the sauce chain just hanging down the middle. Everybody was like, "Oh my God." So I got something for you that this is a nightcap exclusive. You ready for a nightcap exclusive? We don't get many of these. Ahmad Gardner measurements, October 13th, 2021. Okay? November, December, January, February, March. 5 months ago. Hand size, 9 5/8. Hand size yesterday, 9 5/8. Arm size, 33.5-inch arms.
Yep.
33.25-inch arms on October 3rd or October 13th. October 12th.
So they grew. His wingspan grew.
His arms grew. Like one arm.
Is that?
No, that's one arm.
Okay, gotcha.
Wingspan. This is crazy. Wingspan, October 12th, 2021, 78.25 inches. Wingspan yesterday, 79 3/8 inches. He added almost 1.5 inches to his wingspan in 5 months. He's still growing.
It's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
He's still growing. Like, he might in another year, he might be even longer than, like, he's the longest human. Like, it's unbelievable.
We can put the Stingley argument to rest at this point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to take the bias out of it, but
well, here's the thing: Stingley's not there; he's not working.
The best ability is availability,
and when you show up and dominate, when you're supposed to show up and dominate, and Sauce did all of that.
As in, like, the 2021 season.
As in interviews, like, did you watch some of his interviews from
Friday
night? Like, unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
The poise and the calm and the confidence.
I didn't know that he didn't drink at all.
No, does not partake, does not party at all.
It's like the Chad Johnson mantra where, I mean, even if you do party, like, he would show up and drink Red Bull and cranberry.
Yeah. He's also a kid that promised his mom when he was little, like, I'm going to make it. And he's been hell-bent on doing just that ever since.
And says he's going to put her into early retirement.
Those are the guys, man. Those are the guys that, like, they don't ever let off the gas. And he hasn't ever let off the gas. And you're starting to see he is skyrocketing. I'm interested to talk to Dave later this week to see what he thought about Kobe, what he thought about Beavers. Beavers didn't run. but he was off the charts in all the other testing.
Right.
Great.
Majay did everything, and
While sick.
And he was sick.
No, here's the crazy part about
has
that.
been sick.
Let me find it. I just had his Sparks number pulled up. Hold on, let me dial it back up. He was still elite.
Yep. Better than like
still
130 some odd people who have done this out of all of the defensive ends.
He was 135th out of 1,389 defensive ends from 87 to 2022 in his testing.
I hear that's pretty good.
He was elite in his speed, elite in his agility, good in his explosion, and obviously because of the weight issue, he was okay. He was downgraded to okay on size because he lost so much weight. And then Cook today measured but didn't participate, obviously still recovering from the shoulder injury. Hopefully for Brian, he was 6'1", 206, 31 and 7/8 inch arms, only 8.5 inch hands. So if he was playing quarterback, he'd be screwed. I don't know how he would hold the football with those little baby hands. Might have to retire like Joe Burrow when Joe Burrow did his hand testing.
Yeah.
But it's going to be, hopefully for Brian, he's far enough along that he can test at Pro Day, because we're 24th. We're not far off from Pro Day, like two plus a little over 2 weeks from Pro Day.
We're not far from the actual draft itself. I mean,
right. We're a month and 3 quarters away from the actual draft itself. So hopefully Brian can get, because I think he's got second round potential. If not, he's going to fall, I think, in the third, worst case scenario. But I think he's got some second round potential if he can test the way I think he can test. So huge week in Indianapolis for the Bearcats. Even when there was some adversity like Majay, there was a reason for it. It wasn't just some random, unexplainable phenomenon.
What NFL team's going to knock him on his weight when he still went through battling sickness that he was in the medical examiner's office the morning of getting
know how many guys are just like, nope, not feeling good. I'm out.
I'll wait until Pro Day. I'm good.
Yeah,
never mind.
Not feeling good. No. Woke up a little sick this morning. I'm out. Not Majay. Majay, this is my chance. And he still tested elite. Still tested elite in most categories while vomiting all night the night before.
Of course, you also have some guys like Malik Willis, who everyone says he's the fastest quarterback, but he was afraid to run at the actual combine because, they use lasers.
Dez was faster.
They use lasers and such, so got to wait for those hand times.
It's probably the best. It's probably the best testing performance after a night of throwing up since me taking the ACT.
Why are we still using hand timers?
Well, it's for TV. Like that's so that they can immediately because they do that so fast. Like if you watched, they were doing basically a guy a minute, right? Like guy runs, boom, next guy, boom. Yeah. In that world, you don't have time for like, okay, well, he ran, but we have no idea what he ran. You got to have something on the screen when they cross the finish line, because that's how people operate now. They don't want it. They don't give two shits how right it is.
Why aren't the lasers?
They just need a number on the screen.
Why aren't the lasers doing that?
I guess they just don't have the technology to get it straight to the production truck, which is
I think this is the people who make hand timers. They're in the way. They're big time.
Oh, big stopwatch is in on it.
Oh yeah, it's all, they're all in cahoots.
Look, here's what I'm gonna need.
Cahoots.
When you go off the rails like this, I'm gonna need you to have a tin foil cap right next to you, and put on over your headphones. You're gonna have to mold it yourself.
This should have been a thing that happened so long ago. It would have been so
Yeah.
good for the visual.
Yeah. Big stopwatches behind it.
I'm telling you, this industry is out of control. They need to be corralled back in.
If Aaron doesn't take care of big stopwatch, who's gonna?
No one's speaking out. I'm alone on this hill. There's no one around.
Hello.
But my flag is planted here.
Where is everybody? Body. Only other thing, AAC basketball tournament is official, but we already knew the deal. Cincinnati is the 8th seed, taking on number 9 seed East Carolina. Cincinnati swept the season series, beat them fairly handily at Fifth Third Arena, 1-point game in Greensboro. So we will see that Thursday, 1 p.m. And the winner gets Houston, who got their ass kicked today.
Because the AAC needed them to, right?
No, that had nothing to do with. Yes, the AAC needed them to.
Got to make sure that bubble doesn't get popped.
Yeah, but that was. Did you watch any of it?
No, I was probably driving or.
No, it was noon to 2, so I don't think you were on the road yet. You were probably still sleeping. You hadn't woken up yet.
Oh no, I was getting stuff packed, man. Next weekend we're trying to move everything out.
I'm messing with you. That was literally within 10 minutes of game time. Memphis had that ass beat. Like it was convincing. It was not close most of the day.
Well, and let's be honest, Houston doesn't have anything other than bragging rights to play for in this tournament.
Yeah, and they're like, do they really want to put the wear and tear of 3 games in 3 days on a team that's 7 deep?
Right, when you're only rotating 7, come on. I don't know that you want that. Not to mention, like, where do you actually want to be ranked?
Although the very interesting thing, if you follow Jeff Goodman, he was talking about Houston a little bit today, and if you look at their resume. That's a resume of a bubble team. They have not beaten anyone solidly in the tournament. The only team they've really beaten that is like trending towards the tournament is SMU, and that was 1-1. They got smoked by Memphis. They lost the other game to Memphis. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to call them overrated, but the point being,
I meant SMU.
Oh, okay, but they still beat Houston. And the point being, if you look at Houston's resume, there's not a lot of meat on that bone. Now, again, the problem, and we'll get to this later in the week, the problem is we have talked about with Houston, styles make fights. The things that Houston is good at are the things that Cincinnati is just not built for yet. So Cincinnati would have to play well above a 40-minute talent level to negate some of those things. But I don't know, man.
Weirder things have happened.
I'd still take Houston plus probably 13, but
sure.
It's just, like I said, styles make fights. We'll get into that much, much more later in the week. But tomorrow night on The Bounce, I'm sure we'll have a lot more Combine talk. Just wanted to touch quickly on some of the stuff today that we didn't get to yesterday. And
you see baseball wins 3 of 4 this weekend in the home.
Yeah, people want more baseball content, Aaron. Like I'm
because they're winning.
Yeah, you're kind of hooked on the baseball thing, right?
I mean, I'm kind of into it. If like, I don't know how much I love having to hop onto YouTube to watch games or whatever, but
ESPN Plus.
I don't mind ESPN Plus, but when you're talking like ACC Network or Big Ten Network, blah, but
yeah, but we'll figure it out. I'm down with doing some more baseball content. Like I said, we have a great relationship with Coach Googans.
Well, I'd like to see that grow myself and see him pop his little noggin in here once or twice.
Yeah, we will definitely try to work in as much baseball as we can.
It's just the fact that attendance is what it's been.
People are interested. So if people are interested, let's do it.
Got 2,000 plus showing up at games.
Yeah.
They've already shattered the single game attendance record in the history of that stadium for a regular season game, I believe.
Right. Yes. The Ohio State game.
Correct.
And then they had a couple, like a little over 2,000 on Saturday. So,
right.
Yeah, I'm down to talk some UC baseball for sure.
Cool.
That's a wrap. We will we'll see you tomorrow night, both for the Bearcat Bounce and for the Nightcap. He's Aaron Smith. I'm Chad Brendel. Happy anniversary, Galactic Fried Chicken. We'll see you next time right here on BearcatJournal.com.
Happy birthday, Kelly. See ya!